Everybody, welcome to my video. In this video, I want to talk about the coronavirus. I'm Agustinus A Angku. I'm from first grade of English educational program at Indonesian Catholic University of Saint Paul Ruteng. Okay, coronavirus are a group of viruses that can cause disease in animals and humans. A new type of the coronavirus has been found to cause COVID-19 is an infection disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. This is a new virus and disease previously unknown before outbreak in Wuhan, China at December 2019. A coronavirus now spreads throughout uh, that world starting from 5 months ago. Talking about the coronavirus now, which is a deadly virus for human, is very necessary. This virus spreads easily and quickly. People can coronavirus from other people who have contracted this virus. Coronavirus can spread from person uh, to person through sparks from the nose and mouth that uh, come out when people contract COVID 19, cough, and exhale. Therefore, it is important for us to keep more than 1 meter from people who are sick or have been the coronavirus. And then we'll talk about outbreak, epidemic, and pandemic. Outbreak is an increase in the number of cases and disease in a particular place. This virus started with an outbreak. Over time, it became an epidemic, which is a larger outbreak. That means number of people who have the virus continued to go up quickly, and it was over a larger geographic area. Now, in this video, we also started to hear an word pandemic. A pandemic is a global pandemic. It means the number of cases continues to rise rapidly around the globe. It is no longer in one region or the country. It is across multiple regions, countries, and continents. Now, one more word that you may have heard and read that is related to this is epicenter. An epicenter is a focal point or center point. The epicenter of an outbreak would be to a particular neighborhood or location where that outbreak began. As we have visited, the coronavirus moved from an outbreak to an epidemic and then to pandemic. And then the next one is the symptoms. The symptoms is the a physical sign of the illness. The first symptoms is a fevers. A fevers is when your body temperature is too high. It is higher than it should be or higher than normal. The second is the might have symptoms like a cough. The third, You may also have a shortness of breath or tightness in your chest. If you have shortness of breath and a tightness in your chest, it means that you have pain here, particularly when you try to breathe and you are not able to take deep breath. For example, your breath might be very shallow. You are not able to do some things like breathe deep instead and again. It is painful. Another symptoms of the coronavirus include common flu symptoms such as sneezing, body aches. A body ache is when your whole body is in pain or in hurts. You might also feel tired, fatigued, or lethargic. Fatigue means very tired, and lethargic means you have no energy. And then and also we talk about hot supplies. Hot means to have an extra laser supply that you hide and keep yourself. If you are hoarding supplies, it means you are taking more than you need to. You need, and as a result, other people don't have an opportunity to also stock up and prepare. And that's something we definitely want to avoid. Everyone right now want to protect themselves and all of our uh, loved ones. And that can we do, and that's the the things we have to prevention uh, is to stop and spread from this virus, as we know that the government has made some ways. We have probably heard the word earth restriction. Restriction are limits or ways to control someone or something. Right now, there are many travel restrictions around the world. It means there is a limit or someone control of where you can and cannot travel to. For example, there are airport, harbor, a store, and mall. And then the next one is social distancing. Social distancing means choosing to stay home more often and avoiding public space or leisure crowds when you are out from the house. Social distancing would mean that you don't or have close contact. This is a focused effort to reduce close contact between people, and purpose of social distancing is to slow down the movement or the spread of the coronavirus. This is why the government have to school from home, working from home, using the internet, emails and telephone. And this is the why leisure public events are being cancelled, and why many business have started to encourage you keep your distance, and that means a big change in behavior for a lot of us. Depending on where you live, it might be common to shake someone's hand, hug them, or kiss on the cheek when uh, you see them. But right now, it's better to keep that distance again to slow the spread or transmission of the virus. Again, talking about social distancing, choosing to stay home or even if you need to self quarantine. The first one is the phrasal verb to stock up. To stock up means that have an extra supply, particularly of basic necessities like foods, medicine, and other essential household items. And this is perfectly appropriate. I mean, to do if you are going to self quarantine for 14 days. That means that you need to have enough foods for you and everyone else who living with you. And then is self quarantine. The word quarantine means to separate and restrict the movement of the people who have the coronavirus or have been exposed to it, and those who have not. Many individuals have been asked or have volunteered to self quarantine, and what that means is they stay home and they restrict their movements. Uh, they don't go out in public unless absolutely necessary. And then the last is the isolation. The isolation is the most multiple time. This is a word that you often use when we are talking about the coronavirus, of a virus from one person to another person. Earlier, that the purpose of restriction, social distancing, uh, and self quarantine are to slow the spread of our movement of the virus from one person to another person. And there are three important reasons why we are doing this. Of course, number one is to protect you and all of your loved ones. Number two, uh, to protect those who are most volunteer. And then the last one is the no close contact with another person. So it means that you have to multiple times stay separate from another person or in a public area. Okay, everybody, I think that is my understanding about the corona. I hope this video useful for us, and I hope we are stay healthy and God bless you. Thank you.